Welcome to Sweet and Savory Treats with Gia. Today we're making gyros. I'm gonna make a plant-based, I'm gonna make a plant-based version. So to start, we're going to take our mixer, KitchenAid mixer, food processor, whatever you have, use it. And we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting 5 for the chicken and lamb, 6, 7, 8, 9 cloves of garlic. Might as well make it 10 because I like garlic. 10 cloves of garlic into the mixer, as well as 1.5 onion, because again, I'm making 2 batches. So if you're gonna just make one batch, I'm gonna put this in here and mix it up. Wait, I'm not clicked. I don't know what's going on with my... Today we're making gyros. I'm gonna make a plant-based, I'm gonna make a plant-based version. So to start, we're going to take our mixer, KitchenAid mixer, food processor, whatever you have, use it. And we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting 5 for the chicken and lamb, 6, 7, 8, 9 cloves of garlic. Might as well make it 10 because I like garlic. 10 cloves of garlic into the mixer, as well as 1.5 onion, because again, I'm making 2 batches. So if you're gonna just make one batch, I'm gonna put this in here and mix it up. Wait, not clicked. I don't know what's going on with my... I'm gonna make a plant-based version, and then I'm also going to be making a lamb and chicken version. So to start, we're going to take our mixer, KitchenAid mixer, food processor, whatever you have, use it. And we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting 5 for the chicken and lamb, 6, 7, 8, 9 cloves of garlic. Might as well make it 10 because I like garlic. 10 cloves of garlic into the mixer, as well as 1.5 onion, because again, I'm making 2 batches. So if you're gonna just make one batch, then you would just do 1 onion. And then I have 4 shallots, okay? I'm gonna put this in here and mix it up. I believe he hurt me like that. No, just I kid, but that definitely has like my eyes tearing up. So now we have, I was over here crying, y'all. We have our ground turkey, we're gonna dump that in, and we have our natural lamb. We're gonna put that in here, right? And we're gonna give it a little bit of a good mix initially, just kind of acclimate all these little juices from the onions and garlic into here. We may wanna wear goggles, because I'm telling y'all. So what I like to do is I have 2, is it Savor seasonings? Make sure I pronounce that right. My aunt literally taught me season across the top and then go back in with each one, season across the top. That's how I do it. That's how I'm able to still make meat even though I don't eat meat. So I put this in, and then I have another one from Trader Joe's. And basically, if you don't have these seasonings, you would use marjoram. I always get that wrong. I always mispronounce that. Marjoram, coriander, a little cumin, oregano. That was all in these. And then I use complete seasoning, which may be like an off seasoning for these, but I like it. And I put a little adobo because I want my meat to taste good, even though I'm not eating it. And then we're gonna put a little Cameroon pepper from Ashton's Basket. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to put a little bit of my chipotle chili. Just a tad. And then we're gonna mix this up. And then once we mix this up, we'll put it into a pan to bake. Almost like a meatloaf, but then after we bake it, we're gonna slice it really thin. So 1 second. So you guys, don't forget salt and pepper like I almost did. that would have been a horrible debacle. My kids would have been like, what house are we at? Because what? You gotta have salt and pepper. Now we're gonna mix it. The lamb is like a little bit harder to mix to work out, you know, get these arms fit, you know? And I would do with my hands, but I don't want to get my nails dirty, so this is gonna take me a second. And I won't make you guys sit and watch this. And then you can feel free to go in with more seasonings as you know, mix it together. You may realize, because the whole point is you kind of want to smell what you're putting in it. You should smell it. We definitely wanted to have that Mediterranean flavor. Okay, so now we're gonna use our Beyond, it's avocado, plant-based meat. I try not to eat a whole lot of this, but when I make recipes like this, sometimes I have to because there's not many other alternatives. Obviously, I could make like a cashew or walnut concoction as meat, but if I'm in a rush, and some of us are, to eat dinner, that's what I use. It may not be the best for my body. Don't be in the comments judging, but this is just what we do, okay? So this breaks down a lot easier, but then we're gonna season this the same. Okay, go over the top, salt and pepper. 2 different Zazars. A little bit of complete seasoning, a little bit of Goya, just the green one with cumin, and a little bit of chipotle chili powder. I like a lot of it, they don't. So mine's gonna have more than theirs. And again, a little bit of Actis basket, Cameroon pepper. I like spice, they don't. And then we're gonna mix it up. That's it. And obviously, like I said, you'll mix it up and go back in and add more seasonings if you feel like it needs it. Now you could use your KitchenAid stand mixer to do this, but no, we're not doing all that. We're not. Keep it easy. Okay, so now we're gonna use our Beyond, it's avocado, plant-based meat. I try not to eat a whole lot of this, but when I make recipes like this, sometimes I have to because there's not many other alternatives. Obviously, I could make like a cashew or walnut concoction as meat, but if I'm in a rush, and some of us are, to eat dinner, that's what I use. It may not be the best for my body. Don't be in the comments judging, but this is just what we do, okay? So this breaks down a lot easier, but then we're gonna season this the same. Okay, go over the top, salt and pepper. So here is the lamb and ground turkey mixture, and this is the Beyond avocado plant-based meat mixture. And then, so I've lined my square pan, and you can use the meatloaf shaped pan if you want. I've lined it with parchment, so it's easy to pull out. Then I'm just gonna scoop in the meat. that's, now we're gonna put our plant-based meat in this container. And that is the plant-based one. We're gonna put this in the oven, 350 for like 20 minutes until we think it's done. This one will obviously cook faster than the meat, and you can use your meat thermometer to check the meat temperature, but you wanna make sure it's cooked through. While our gyro meat bakes, we are going to make a simple flatbread. So we're gonna take 3 cups of flour. We're gonna go with 1.5 cups, and we're just gonna reuse this. No harm, no foul. I use plant-based Greek yogurt. I mean, not plant-based, but lactose-free. Oh, we dropped a little one there. So then we just have to like push it down and make sure we don't put too much. That's about it. So then we're gonna scoop all of that in here. And then we are going to put it back on that. We're going to get our baking powder. 3 3/4 of baking powder. That's one. I may have to go get my other can. 2. Definitely will need the other can. 3. Maybe not. Let's see. 1, 2. And then we're going to do 4 salts. These are teaspoons, by the way. 2. And then we're just going to mix it up until it forms into dough. And there's so many other recipes that you could use to make pita, but when you have a family and you're rushing, but you want things homemade, because now when I go to the grocery store, everything I scan says like not healthy, not good for me. So I'm like, and I use the Yuka app to scan things. So we're just gonna mix this up until it's all them up, and then I'm gonna roll them out once it's time. And then we're gonna get ready to make our tzatziki, and we're going to scoop out the seeds in the center. I like to use a smaller side of my grater, and you're just gonna grate it into your yogurt. And you can use 1 cup of yogurt, 1/2 cup of cucumber, but I love this sauce instead of my kids, so I doubled it. So grate it up. And make sure you wash your cucumber, because you're using the whole thing, skin and all. My dog loves cucumbers, so she actually is sitting here waiting patiently for her cucumber serving. How we're gonna make ours, people don't know, if you get like the edge of the lemon, just like the little butt, you get a lot of juice out of it. So that's what a little lemon juice in here and a little more salt, because I tasted it a little off camera. And that is our, can you guys see that? The tzatziki. They are gonna come out looking crispy and beautiful like this. So then you're gonna slice it. This is the plant-based meat. I don't have a meat slicer and I cannot slice it that thin. So just slice it in strips and then you're gonna pan sear it for a little bit. And this is the meat and I'm again gonna pan sear it. So I cooked it till it's almost just about done and then I'm gonna finish it off in the skillet. So before I sear off the like chicken lamb meat, I do my plant-based meat. Okay, you can use the same skillet that you made your pita in. So you're gonna sear the chicken and lamb meat on both sides and it cooks up nicely like this. And then you'll put it on a plate. And this is the meat and everything finished. We have our pita, we have our sumac and an onion with tomato. Now I'm gonna assemble one for myself. I'm gonna get a tiny one for right now. So we have a tiny pita, homemade pita I made. And then this is the plant-based meat. This is the chicken. I'm gonna assemble mine. I got one small pita. I am going to take my plant-based meat and actually only need 2 little pieces. My meat would have been cut super thin had I had the proper knife, but I didn't, so that's why it's thicker. It's a resemblance of like Spam, but it doesn't taste like that, so don't judge it. Try it yourself, I promise. And then we'll put some of these onions that I have some sumac on. And then tomatoes. Tomatoes are rolling up. And a little bit of lettuce. And then we're gonna put some of this yummy tzatziki. And then just fold it up. Obviously, I got the tiniest little pita because I was trying not to get the big one. So let's give it a try. So good. Like, really good. The flavor. In fact, making your own pita makes a world of difference. You do. That's the door, folks. You can taste the difference when you make your own pita. When you buy the store-bought one, for some reason they put sugars and stuff in it. It doesn't need all that. This is divine, you guys. My rice cooker just finished, so they'll have rice.